News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Investigation underway into the finding of a dead body outside a local hospital. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning, and it's Monday, December 14th, 2015. A little light rain falling in the Missoula area right now. We do have some snow in the Corvallis area, several wet inches, as it's been described to me, and it looks like it may be headed our way. Right now we have 32 degrees in Missoula, and our newscast this morning sponsored by the Mustard Seed Asian Cafe in Southgate Mall. Peter Christian back once again. Still not feeling 100%, but a big thank you to John King for filling in for me for 4 days last week. Our top story this morning, Missoula police said a dead woman was found lying outside Missoula St. Patrick Hospital on the outdoor patio early Saturday morning. Sergeant Colin Rose said the woman's body was discovered about 8 a.m.
Officers and firefighters and emergency medical service arrived. They found what was later determined to be a 53-year-old transient female that was unresponsive and pronounced deceased on the scene.
Rose said the case and cause and manner of death have not yet been determined.
There was some blood, and we're unsure right now if there was a crime. Missoula Police Department detectives and Missoula County Coroner are concurrently doing an investigation. Now, the area was covered with snow, and there were no recent tracks. It appeared that it happened sometime before, during the snowfall that was last night.
Rose is asking anyone who may have information about the deceased woman or what may have happened to contact the lead investigator in the case, Detective Guy Baker at 396-3217. From Washington State, authorities say a Benton County Sheriff's deputy opened fire on a Montana fugitive who was armed with a rifle and led authorities on a chase. The Tri-City Herald reports the deputies responded to a tip last Thursday that 45-year-old Kirk Riddle was staying at a home near Prosser. Riddle was wanted on felony warrants for a probation violation and criminal endangerment out of Flathead County. Authorities say Riddle emerged from the home with a loaded rifle when deputies and U.S. Marshals arrived. A deputy fired shots at Riddle, who avoided the bullets and locked himself back inside the home. Police say Riddle managed to leave during the standoff and drive away. He led authorities on a chase that ended in Yakima County, where he surrendered and was arrested. Frenchtown schools, K-12, will be closed today and perhaps much longer after a major water main break flooded the high school and caused extensive damage. Superintendent Randy Klein says the break occurred early Sunday morning.
It was discovered about 6 a.m. this morning, so sometime during that time period. But the amount of damage, because the main pumps 1,200 gallons of water a minute, it could have been only that way for an hour to cause that much damage because it completely separated and all the water was pouring into the building.
Klein said the damages could be extensive depending upon how much of the school was affected.
Both our gym floors were flooded. We have a gym in the high school and a gym in the junior high, and both those floors got wet. Looks like right now we may have to replace the floor in the high school gym, but we haven't determined what we're going to do in the junior high gym at this time.
Klein said school and grades K-12 are canceled for today. School officials will let parents and students know how much longer the closure might be after the damage has been assessed. Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved a rule designed to combat the illegal introduction of non-native walleye in Swan Lake, southeast of Kalispell. The rule requires anglers on Swan Lake and the Swan River to kill any walleye they catch, report the catch to Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, and bring in the dead fish for examination within 10 days. The rule is effective immediately and carries a fine of up to $500. Fish and Wildlife Chair Dan Vermillion said he hopes the mandatory kill order will serve as a disincentive to anglers aiming to mount a robust walleye population in the Swan Lake system. Biologists say walleye have a reputation for taking over and displacing other species once they get into a body of water. Last Thursday, Missoula Rural Fire was called out to a structure fire in Lolo on Lantern Ridge Lane. Assistant Chief Chris Newman said the call came in about 4:20 p.m.
First crew showed up, found smoke coming from the eaves. They made a quick interior attack, and actually there was no fire inside when they first got in there. It was light smoke. So they started pulling some ceilings, got into where the fire was, and quickly extinguished the fire.
Missoula Rural Fire was assisted by crews from Florence Fire and Missoula Emergency Services. A fire investigation team spent most of the day Friday at the structure and determined that the fire originated somewhere near the furnace area.
Our investigators were on scene last night for a few hours, and were able to narrow it down to around the furnace area. They're not 100% sure exactly where in the furnace, but that definitely was the likely cause.
No injuries were reported. The female occupant was able to self-evacuate after calling in the fire to 911. Damage is estimated to be about $5,000. A 17-year-old girl has died and 5 others hurt in a single-vehicle rollover crash near Livingston in south-central Montana. The Highway Patrol said the accident occurred around midnight Saturday on U.S. Highway 89. The patrol says the pickup was being driven by a 19-year-old Livingston man when it went off the road, overcorrected, and then down an embankment. The other injured passengers included a 20-year-old man, 19-year-old man, a 16-year-old girl, and a 16-year-old boy. The extent of their injuries was not immediately known. No names have been released. The patrol said it is investing alcohol as a possible factor in that crash. Well, the National Weather Service has posted a winter storm warning for much of Montana. The warning area includes the cities of Helena, Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, Butte, Miles City, Glasgow, and West Yellowstone. Snow began falling in the western portions of the state this morning and was moving east. Up to 10 inches of snow is predicted to fall in some elevations, especially in the mountains. Now, closer to home here, the National Weather Service is reporting several bands of snow are headed toward the mountain passes. Stephanie Henry said the Hamilton area could receive more snow from these systems.
We could see some snow accumulations beginning Sunday evening into Monday, which could amount to a couple inches here in the valley. Higher amounts are expected in the upper Bitterroot Valley near Hamilton.
Henry said while the valleys may see several inches of snow, much greater amounts are expected up on the mountain passes.
Those that are traveling over the mountain passes, including Lookout, Lolo, and Lost Trail, those are going to be our main impacted mountain passes for this system, and we're expecting probably around a foot for those locations.
And again, we do have a report of wet snow in the Corvallis area. Pardon me right now. Pardon me, the frog in my throat. It's going to be there for a while. All right. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies today with a chance of snowfall. We will see as much as an inch of snow by Monday night. Daytime highs will be in the mid to upper 30s. Overnight lows drop back into the teens. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.